everybody. If you haven't watched any of my videos before, hello, my name is Kara. And this video is going to be my top 10 metal albums of 2021 because I think a lot of great metal albums came out this year and I want to share with all of you which ones were my favorites. So before I get into the actual top 10, I'm going to include a few honorable mentions who I thought were really good but didn't make the top 10. So those are Winterbane by Frozen Crown, Nachtgebet by Roth, Stain the Sea by Inner Stream, and Chapter 2 Legacy by Ad Infinitum. Now for my actual top 10. So number 10 is Titanium by Phantom Elite. So if you don't know who they are, Phantom Elite is a symphonic metal band. I heard of them because their lead singer, Marina La Torraca, is in another group I've listened to called Exit Eden. And so I decided to listen to this album when I heard it was coming out, and I was really impressed with it. It's a great symphonic metal album. The instrumentals are really good, and Marina's voice is awesome. So if you're looking for a good symphonic metal album to listen to, that is one I would recommend. So number 9 is The Last Days of Fall by False Memories. So, False Memories are a gothic metal band from Italy, and this was the first time I'd ever heard them. I actually thought this was their debut album, but this was just their first album with Frontiers Music. I think this is actually their second or third album. So, Gothic metal, most of my favorite heavy metal bands, some of my favorites are Gothic metal bands, and this band and this album reminded me a bit of some other bands I listened to, so I think that's probably why I liked it so much. But anyway, it is number 9. If you like Gothic metal at all, this is one I would recommend listening to. Number 8 is Imperial by Soen. So Soen is a metal band who I'm pretty sure are from Sweden. I'd never heard of them before this, and I haven't listened to any of their other music yet. I just happened to hear one of the singles from Imperial not long before it came out. But when I heard this album, I was just so impressed with it. I mean, the songs are good, their singer's voice is really good, and the album is just really enjoyable to listen to. So I made it my number 8 on this list. The number 7 is The Last Horizon by Imperia, another symphonic metal band. Though Imperia I've listened to them before. They are really good, but this was the first music I've heard by them that really impressed me. Like the songs on this album were really good. Like Starlight, I believe is the second song on the album. That's one of my favorite metal songs that I think I heard in 2021. And everything else on this album was good. Helena Michelson's voice is just amazing. And I think the album's worth listening to just for her voice. So if you're looking for a really good symphonic metal band, I would recommend checking out Imperia. So number 6 is Aphelion by Leprous. So Leprous, I found out, is a progressive metal band from Norway. This is another one that I'd never really listened to until this album, and I was just so impressed with it, especially the singer Einar's voice. I was so in awe of his voice, and the songs on the album are really good. So, if you're looking for a great band with an amazing singer, I would definitely suggest looking up Leprous. So now we're going into my top 5. Album number 5 is Über den Sternen by Imperium. So this is their 6th album. I started listening to Imperium in 2019, and I really liked their music. So I was excited when a release date was announced for this one. And this one, it reminds me It does remind me a lot of their first two albums, but I think I like this one better than those albums. It just sounds so good. Like, I think it's probably one of the best albums. I mean, to me, I think it's one of the best albums that they've made so far. Number 4 is Riddles, Ruins, and Revelations by Serenia. Now, Serenia is a gothic metal band I've been listening to for a few years now. They would probably be one of my favorite gothic metal bands because to me, they're just great. So, this is their 10th album. It came out in February. And this is their third album with their current singer, Emmanuel Zoldan. This album, it is really good. I mean, it sounds good, like most of their albums do. Um, this might be the best album that they've made so far with Emmanuel as their singer. Like, I think I like it better than Dim Days of Dolor. I'm not sure if I like it better than the Arcane Astral Aeons. I'd have to listen to both of them and think about it. But anyway, great, just a great band, another great album. That's how I see it. So now number 3 is Omega by Epica. Epica is one of my favorite symphonic metal bands and just one of my favorite metal bands in general. So of course I was excited for this. And there are some great tracks on this album. Simone Simons sounds amazing as usual. Um, I think it's kind of like with Serenia. This is just another great album from a great band. You know, Epica is one that I don't think they've ever really put out any bad albums. I think everything they've put out has been good. So now my top 2. So number 2 is Leidenschaft by Lacrimosa. This one just came out on Christmas Eve, and so this video probably would have been made sooner if it wasn't for that, because I was waiting to hear that one before I decided. Because once I heard it was coming out, I had a feeling that it was going to be in my top 10. Because Lacrimosa is one of my favorites. I love their music. And I really liked this one. I know I said really a few times over, but that's just how I feel about it. It sounds, it's just a typical good Lacrimosa album. I mean, I think it's better. I think I like this one a lot better than some of their recent, going back a few albums. This one, I think, is a lot better than some of their past few albums. Not that those weren't good, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So, my number one is Call of the Wild by Powerwolf. Now, Powerwolf, in the last couple of years, Powerwolf has become one of my absolute favorite metal bands. So I figured this was going to be in one of my top picks, and it was. I mean, the tracks on this album are just so great. I mean, Dancing with the Dead is one of my favorite metal songs that came out in 2021, if not my absolute favorite. And I think I would put this as one of my favorite Powerwolf albums. I mean, not my absolute favorite, because I think there's still a couple more I like more than this one, but it is amazing. I love this one. It is definitely my favorite that came out in 2021. So that was my top 10 of 2021. So, what were your favorites of 2021? Tell me, do we have any of the same ones? So let me know in the comments below if we do. And I do plan on making a video on I'll probably gonna be making a video on my most anticipated of 2022, which should be soon. So hopefully I will see you all in another video.